AI was a huge trend and a huge, at least buzzword last year, and it's certainly that's growing. That's not going away. Machine learning. Um, what what do you see this playing? What role do you see this playing in the future of the industry, and where specifically do you see it having the biggest impact? Uh, Tech.
Yeah, I don't know is probably a really good answer. I'm
Fair, fair.
It's helped me get a lot more done with less
Hmm.
effort and time. The same way a lot of folks use, ChatGPT, right? And it's helped with reporting. It helps me with, writing standard operating procedures.
Hmm.
I think it does speed things up. I've in my role, I've yet to see a massive, huge unlock. I know they exist in the world if you're in the tech space, right? I think it's eventually just going to be kind of electricity that flows through everything. But for my role running laundromats and coordinating kind of the operations
Hmm.
side of this, we've seen surface level improvements on kind of getting more done with less.
Hmm.
It's made our standard operating procedures and some of our wikis much more concise and more detailed. But I'm probably the wrong person to ask. I think if you ask these software companies, if you asked our tech team, I think there's probably a lot of really, really fun stuff going on.
Right, right. Stuff we haven't even thought of. Yvette, do you use a lot of technology in your store, or what types of technology are you using to make things easier day to day?
Things that we use. Well, we are taking advantage, of course, of a lot of the payment systems and the apps that are out there. That certainly helps a lot to make my customers' lives easier. And then as a result, then it makes my life and my attendants' lives easier. Being able to start machines and doing free starts remotely or even on site with the attendants from their apps. If there's a problem to help resolve that for the customer quickly, that's great. I think Chat GBT, I agree with Mark. I've been able to get a lot done in a lot less time across a wide variety of things that I do.
Hmm.
Running the laundromat, writing things that we need for the laundromat.
Hmm.
It works really well for all of that. So, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Brendan, do you have anything to add on as far as tech and AI and what your clients are telling you?
Yeah, the one thing I've always loved about the laundry industry is it never really was high tech to a large degree. You go into the store, put your money in the machine, you still need water, still need soap, still need the machine to agitate. But what technology really is coming more and more as it evolved, as Yvette said, the payment systems. But what does that unlock for owners is that real-time data. What machines are running, what machines have clothes in them that are sitting dormant, what dryers are running, what dryers are not running. And then from a service side, we have an error code in this machine. You should look at this. Leak detection in machines. So that way the stores don't become flooded with water. I think from an AI perspective, it's been touched upon is really improving business operations. How am I going to
Hmm.
staff my laundromat? Well, I can go in and see my reports. This is when I'm the busiest. This is when I'm slower. Route
Hmm.
optimization, if you do pick up and drop off, using the technology to say, what's the most effective way to pick up these goods and to get them cleaned, then to bring them back. Those are all exciting things that we can integrate into our industry moving forward.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And I would also say like having the ability for your machines to send notifications to the customers as they're using them, they
Hmm.
love that. So if you have a full service store or a store where your customers are coming in and doing their own laundry, to know that they can go next door and not miss a beat because they'll be notified immediately when their laundry is done. That's a big deal, and it helps them to help you to get people in and out really quickly. I think also you're more likely to attract people that like technology. So if you want to find a little niche in your market, like, hey, that's the store where I can start the machine from my app. I know I can go there and I can use my phone. I can get a discount because I've used my phone to start my machine potentially. And then I know when it's done, like that's the store for me. So you can set yourself up to be a special place for people where that is important to them.
And there's so
Right.
many options today, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's less about the AI and the machine learning, more about the software in general. Like, it's out of the picture, but hanging on my wall, I have framed 8.5 by 11, where we used to write customers' names down and what time we needed to be there to pick up their clothes, right? And now you have what, 10, 15 white label options out there at increasingly affordable prices. The barrier to entry to get into some of this full service work, software and tracking used to be a big part of it, and it's increasingly approachable for new laundromat owners.